All right, good Tuesday afternoon. Sorry about the delay there. I was trying to get the comments up so I could see if you guys had any questions. But we are tracking some isolated and scattered storms on Live IMAX 12 thanks to this area, the stalled stationary front to our north and west. And it has been causing us some unsettled weather even since early this morning, where we picked up a decent amount of rainfall accumulation in our river and along our river counties closer to Vicksburg. But this afternoon we've kind of seen a little break in activity, a little if you will, inactivity of rain and storms, but we're starting to see that change as expected, firing up with the heating of the day as well. And this is currently ongoing, bringing us some heavy downpours in our Delta County. So if you're watching from Sharkey County, and specifically for folks near Rolling Fork, some heavy rain falling, some light to moderate rain falling in the southern and northern portions of the county, but some thunderstorms actually pushing into Lake Providence now and western parts of Issaquah County. Let's take a little radar tour here as well. Parts of Atala and Holmes County, we're seeing some light rain just south of Durant and around the French Camp area as well. And if we take another closer look to our south and west, we're seeing some light rain falling around Port Gibson and just west of the river. Now this is likely going to push into our area, and again we'll see some increased chances of rain this afternoon. Not a total washout though. I'm not expecting this to impact everyone across the region. Notice around downtown Jackson things are quiet. We are looking at blue skies with comfortable temperatures in the mid 80s, but with the wind turning in from the east and southeast. That humidity and that dew point temperature is going up just a bit. So it actually feels closer to the upper 80s, just shy of 90 degrees now. When you factor in the humidity, temperatures in Durant are comfortable though, 83 right now, 82 in Hazelhurst. We're at 88 in Natchez and in Hattiesburg, feeling like the low 90s in Vicksburg, feeling like the upper 90s in Rolling Fork. Notice that feels like temperature though in places like Raleigh and Laurel are comfortable, mid 80s. I'm going to walk you through two different computer models here to kind of give you a better idea of what you can expect the rest of your Tuesday. And for Wednesday, we are going to see some unsettled weather for some folks. We are going to stay dry for others. The chance of rain is only about 40 to 50% for the rest of your Tuesday. This is our high resolution model though, and what this is doing is showing us what's happening throughout the rest of your Tuesday, and some isolated pockets of showers and storms. Even some heavy downpours are not out of the question, but this model I think may be underdoing it just a tad for your Tuesday. Heading into early Wednesday, I think a stray shower is possible, but overall we're dry out the door tomorrow, and it's not till later in the afternoon and evening that those storm chances will really ramp up. So say 6 and 7 o'clock, even through the 8 o'clock hours, some pockets of heavy rain still possible. Now this is our in-house model that we do look at a good bit, and this is showing a little bit more rain than I expect this afternoon. Now we did pick up a good bit this morning, especially for folks closer to Vicksburg. We actually set a new record rainfall total in Vicksburg and doubled the old record set back in 2008. So that was a good bit of rainfall accumulation there. Now this model is showing a little bit more activity by 5 and 6 o'clock. Both of those agreeing though that whatever develops this afternoon will dissipate overnight. So we should see quiet conditions overnight and into early Wednesday morning. Also looking dry, but Wednesday afternoon, you guessed it, we're going to see some more scattered storms beginning to bubble up and some heavy rain likely around 7:30 and 8 by tomorrow evening. Now by Thursday, I'm expecting some drier conditions Thursday into Friday. Notice though, over the next couple days, most of us only picking up an inch of rain on top of what we saw already today. And folks along and south of Interstate 20, closer to less than half an inch of rainfall. We're still fairly quiet in the tropics, so that is good news as we are getting closer to the peak time for hurricane season, which is September 10th. But this wave off the western coast of Africa now has a better chance of developing. The National Hurricane Center growing a little bit more confident that this is going to further develop and move into an area that is more conducive for tropical development. So warm waters, and we're going to see all those ingredients in place likely. Now things could still change, but over the next 2 days, there's a low 30% chance that this becomes a storm or a hurricane. But over the next 7 days, we could see as much more likely that that happens. And now a high 70% chance that this will get the next name on the list, which is Gabrielle. We're going to watch it. The good news is this is still very far from home. We've got lots of time to really watch this as we head into the next couple days and even the next few weeks. We're going to be watching the tropics very closely and of course keeping you up to date with all that you need to know. Looking ahead to our 10-day temperature trend, I know we had a nice little break last week from the heat, some false fall, but those temperatures are going to be going back up with a chance of rain going down later this week. Mid to low 90s are in store for us Thursday, Friday, and even into the weekend. But the good news is dry cold front's coming through Thursday, and that's not going to do much for us, but another front's going to come through on Saturday that's going to bring us an increased chance of rain and isolated cases. So 30% chance is what we're talking about right now, but this is going to bring us a slow but steady cool down. So the middle of next week, temperatures are back below average in the middle 80s. So I know September and of course Labor Day being yesterday, the unofficial end to summer, everyone's ready for the cooler temperatures. We're not quite to not quite to astronomical fall yet, but that'll be a few more weeks away. We are going to hopefully continue to see these cooler temperatures. You can see it on your 8-day forecast though. We're back in the upper 80s tomorrow as the chance of rain goes down. Sunshine returns Thursday and Friday, and that heats us up quickly. We'll be in the mid 90s by Friday afternoon. Still staying warm this weekend, but the chance of rain should stay low, around 10% by Sunday, low chances of rain through early next week, and highs will likely only be in the upper 80s. I am just checking in with our chat here on the live stream. It doesn't look like I have any weather related questions. But thanks so much guys for tuning in and for watching. Of course, we'll have more updates this evening by Roberto Zamora, meteorologist Roberto Zamora, and I'll be back again tomorrow. But I hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday.